Hi Libra, I hope you guys are doing great today. Let's get right into this. I'm going to be linking the astrology that I did for the week in the description box below. I did it as a separate video yesterday, so definitely check that out because we have a couple of, especially Tuesday and Wednesday, some things happening. But for now, we're going to do career and relationships. I'm going to do a Celtic cross spread for career first for you guys, sweep that, and then do relationship for those of you interested in that. So your crowning for your career is transform the way you see. All right, so you might be needing to think a little out of the box as far as your career goes right now. Could be. Let's see what ends up coming out for you guys. Boo-ho, transform the way you see. Okay, Nine of Coins in reverse. All right, so coming into this energy, we have the Ten of Coins in reverse. So definitely something up with the money situation, right? It's a Mercury in Virgo. So Mercury's, in alchemy is about transition and transformation of everything that's up in the ethers there, right? So in the reverse, this is telling me that money's being held back. There was not, money just stopped coming in. There was not this movement forward. Pretty straightforward. Ten of Coin energy in reverse is very, very straightforward. They're just not being this, the money coming in, but it's because there was this lack of forward movement. There was this lack also of communication coming in the way of being able to mitigate whatever the financial situation is going on here. So for some of you, for example, if you're out of work, like you're not hearing back yet in any sort of real way as far as unemployment or the stimulus check or anything like that. Those of you who have a business are trying to get some sort of SBA loan, you might be having issue with the bank right now. So anything like that is the energy that we're coming into this week with. So we have as the situation right now, right, for the week, is we have the Nine of Coins energy in reverse crossed by Temperance. Okay, so the Nine of Coins is a Venus and Virgo energy. So it's about, Venus is one of the money planets as well. And Virgo, again, is ruled by Mercury. So it's movement forward, having to do with money, and you not being able to actually make that happen right now. Temperance is about moving forward with integrity. Temperance is a Sagittarius energy. It's about, what do you need? What do I need? What does the business need? What is the, whatever, wherever it is that you're working, like what does the company need? What is the, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, whatever kind of work you're doing, like what do you need, right? And what do they need? And then what does the business need? And it's this recognition of, trying to move forward with integrity, trying to move forward with this luck and expansion, but not being able to. So I'm getting a very frustrated energy right now for the way things are in the moment. We have Six of Cups energy in reverse. This is a lot of deep nostalgia about the past, but this is the thing, it's not going to help you. In other words, thinking back to the way something was or has been up to this point. This is a Sun in Scorpio energy, and Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. So what this tells me is that whatever you're looking back on, you're thinking back to your career, you're thinking back to what you've been doing, it's not going to change from where it is, like right now. That's not going to be transformed as exactly that again. In other words, there's not going to be going back to that as a sense of normal again. There's going to be a new normal. So we go back to the crowning energy of transform the way you see. Guys, please definitely check out my video on the astrology, because that's what this week is all about, recognizing what we have to just allow the change, leaning into it and letting go, and understanding that there's going to be a new normal presented as soon as we allow it to happen. Right? We need to not hold so tightly onto the way things were and just be a little more open-minded and just accept. We have the Hermit energy in reverse. So this is, I mean, this is the card of isolation, guys. So of course, many of us are feeling the Hermit reverse, right? But even if you're in a situation where you are quarantining with other people, you feel very kind of isolated in your own thoughts. You're very introspective. I always call this the shh, don't tell anybody card, but many of you could feel very sort of abandoned by the people in your life. Like if you're in need, you don't feel like anybody really has your back right now. So not only do you feel isolated, but you feel like abandoned is a really good word here. Sort of like, even though you may in your higher mind understand that you're not literally being abandoned, but if you're in a space of need and the people in your life are not helping you in the way that you need right now, this can make you feel very abandoned, right? Is that now we have representing you right now is the Ace of Swords energy. So you are really very ready for a new start. Swords are truth. Swords are air. This is about some sort of news coming in, some sort of realization that you're having, some sort of revelation that you're having. And guys, I really hope if you're resonating with this, great, because transform the way you see. And then to get the Ace of Swords in your position is really good, right? But this tells me that there's some sort of because again, swords are an air energy, it's truth, it's communication. But you want to think about what is all of that, right? That's a Mercury energy, that's that third house. There's communication. So this could be you getting online and figuring out, all right, what am I going to do next? I'm ready to get into something. If this isn't going to work out, I have to do something else, right? So as Mercury rules our online communications, it doesn't rule technology, that's Uranus, but it rules our online communication, our emailing, text messages, reaching out, higher education, you realizing that maybe you want to go back to school and study something different. Anything like that. You're ready for a new start and realizing that you may have to reach out, obviously, right, to make whatever's going to happen in the sword energy happen. Now, external to you is the Page of Swords reverse. So there is not this new cycle happening. There is not this new truth. And you could be dealing with somebody or a situation. It doesn't have to just be an individual, because this is just an energy external to you, where the information is not coming in. You're not hearing back from somebody. You're not hearing back from people. What you're waiting to hear from, you maybe waiting to hear back from the banks, you're waiting to hear back, get some information or some sort of correspondence from unemployment, whatever it is, you're waiting for this communication to come in and it's not coming in, right? And it's this idea of you feeling like, because the page energy, when we have the Page of Swords in reverse, it can be this idea of somebody not presenting a situation in an honest way, where you're left hanging like, is anyone going to help me out here at all? Like, if it's not the government, like, what about like my clients, my patients, whatever? You feeling this sense of that somebody's either not being completely forthcoming with you, or I'm getting a very strong abandonment vibe here, guys. Like, so maybe you're waiting for people to call you back, get back to you, but you feel like it's just like crickets, crickets. You're not hearing back in the way that you need to hear back from people or a situation, but it's not your fault, right? This is external to you. And so this is really in getting in the way of you being able to move into this next cycle right now. I mean, obviously, even if you wanted to, because this really is a time where a lot of people are in this space of planning, of getting ready, right? We're not going to stay like this forever. But a lot of people are realizing that the position that they were in, it was actually not even speaking to them, like you want to do something different now. Or a lot of people are actually losing their shirts, right? Losing their businesses or losing their positions altogether, because a lot of businesses are closing, whatever it is. There is this, for many, many people, really this rethinking, at least, of, what it is that you're doing for money. Now, in your fear position, we have the Five of Swords energy, which is a Venus in Aquarius energy. And this just tells me that you're really scared of doing something different, because Venus is one of the money planets, and Aquarius, being ruled by Uranus, is about doing something different than we are right now. 5 is about conflict. right? And swords are truth. So you can be having this internal conflict. It could be an external conflict with a family member, a spouse, or somebody in your life. But it could also just, again, just be internal, because this is just in you're afraid of doing something different. You're afraid of having that conversation about wanting to do something different. There is this idea of fearing the conflict, whether it's internal or external, having to do with something different. But then really beautiful, guys, we get the star energy. Love it, love it. This is beautiful. Healing energy, insight plus emotions. This is an Aquarius energy. So even though you're afraid to do something different, this means that you are doing something different. And whatever it is that you're going to be doing, it's going to help heal your situation. So if it's finances that are the key focal point here of this situation, it's going to bring the money that you need to balance you out. If it's you realizing that, because you might still be working in some capacity, but you really don't like what it is that you're doing, this can bring you that sense of fulfillment that you really, really want, that you're really looking for. But it's going to take you doing something different. So I think that's why it would seem transforming the way you see. It's about accepting that something is going to be different, despite how listen, you can't wait until you are not scared to do something. Do something scared anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's okay if you're afraid to venture in a different direction and to take that chance. It's okay. Do it anyway. Change the way you see it and do it anyway. Because look, we have the Queen of Swords. This is so, I really like this energy as the outcome, right? Because this is, first of all, it's a Virgo and Libra energy. Libra, again, being ruled by Libra, first of all, the glyph is the scale. So this is about fairness, okay? This is about feeling like you're going to get into something that's going to end up bringing balance to your life. It's ruled by Venus, which is connected to money and our self-esteem, right? So I like it. And Virgo, again, being ruled by Mercury, it's that like forward movement, communicating in a way that's going to be bringing you this. So I feel like you're going to be getting some sort of communication in the near future. This is the near future. Some sort of communication is going to be coming in that's going to allow you to move forward in a way that is a lot more, it's just more authentic to who you are. You're going to reflect on this time and say, it was horrible while I was in it, but it was a gift at the end of the day, because I ended up in a space that I would have never ended up in before if I didn't go through that rough time. Definitely doing something different to have that star energy transform the way you see. Yeah, pretty clear message, my friends. Absolutely. It's okay. Libra, that's what I have for your career. Now let's talk about love for those of you who are open to love. Not everyone is, right? Not everyone is. So let's get a crowning for love. Now these we're going to do all in the upright because I worked the oracles in for this. Nas, feel loved and proud. Feel loved and proud. Absolutely. Okay. Feel loved and proud. Ten of Swords. Some cycles ending. Cycles ending. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. Mercury and Virgo. Some sort of communication coming in. One sword at a time, over time. Okay. So we have the ending of a cycle here, Ten of Swords. You're very confused between two paths, right? It's Jupiter and Capricorn energy. You're just not sure which path to go on. Which path, if you put your hard work in, your heart and your hard work into working it out, what is actually going to bring you the most emotional, mental, and physical connection that you're really looking for? Is it to stay in this connection, or is it to leave and just be single, or is it to stay in this connection again into another one? Maybe there's somebody else in your life, but there is a sense of confusion. And there's this idea of the Ten of Swords energy, again, is just about, like one sword at a time over time, right? You just can't do it anymore. Can't do it anymore. Pushed to the point of needing to rethink things, absolutely. We have the Five of Swords energy. 5 is conflict, swords are truth, and it's a Venus and Aquarius card. So this is a conversation or an argument about if you guys are going to work things out, right, in that Venus space in the relationship. It's in Aquarius, so things need to be handled in a different way. So this is an argument that's healthy, though, right? I mean, there is such a thing as healthy. So you guys are going to be having a bit of a battle about, first of all, what's true, what's not, what's real, what's not. How do you feel? How do they feel? And you can't allow the egos to really show up front and center here, because it's going to be counterproductive. It's so hard not to do that. But this really is, when I say towards healing, it's about, okay, fine, all of that happened. What are we going to do that's different to make us be able to transition out of that mess? Because we know that cycle's over with the Ten of Swords. It's done. But now, if you're going to move forward with them, right, with this Two of Coin energy, what's going to be different to allow that? And we have the Four of Coins energy, which tells me that you're going to be in this mode of self-protection. You really are. Right? Again, coins being mental, emotional, and physical connection and relationship. This is you holding very, very tight to what you have. Some of you may be holding tight to your money. Money might be an issue here in this relationship for sure. But at the very least, it's about emotional, mental, and physical connection. And you feeling like it's not that you're running away. It's not that. You're there, but you're very much in self-protect mode. Right? And going back to this crowning, feeling loved and proud, feeling good about being in it. That's such a Venus energy, right? It really, really is. And you guys are ruled by Venus. So this is about really wanting to feel good and proud. Venus is about our self-esteem. It's about feeling loved, right? Feeling like successful and good about being in something. But you're in this area of self-protection right now. And we have the Princess of Cups, though. So this is an Aquarius and Pisces energy, and this is somebody coming in and saying, yeah, I want to do things differently this time. I really do. That's Aquarius. Pisces, when it comes to cup energy, is about, working towards what it is that you see in your mind's eye is the ultimate, potential for this relationship. And somebody really wanting to offer that to you. Really wanting to offer that. And then we have the Ace of Coins, brand new beginning, brand new connection. Brand new connection. Now, if money was an issue, this could be because somebody is getting a new job or some sort of new position, and that's really helping to heal whatever is fractured in this connection. If that's not the case, this is just simply a brand new way, a brand new perspective of how to see things, right? So you guys are entering into this new space. You're making the decision to give it a go. And then we have the Seven of Swords energy here. Seven of Swords is the card of thievery, right? And it's the card of, I always call it the mask card, because it's somebody. But this is the thing, Libra, what I feel like you are in a position where you feel like you need to play somebody at their own game, where you might not be showing up as your true, authentic self, right? Because it's a Moon in Aquarius energy, so it's Moon, I feel Aquarius is different. I'm acting differently than what I'm feeling inside. You might be playing somebody at their own game as a way of getting from A to B right now. So you may be thinking to yourself, all right, well, this might not be working out, and I feel like in a mode of self-protection, and they're saying that they want to try, but there's something about it that you don't trust. This person did you dirty with the Ten of Swords. And it doesn't have to be a cheating situation. It could just mean like they just tapped out your patience, and maybe they took advantage of you. I mean, it could be something different for each of you. But whatever it is, you feel it got to a point where you had to end a cycle. But the Seven of Swords can actually be you playing them at their own game, where you're sort of playing along, and not in a malicious way. I feel like it's in a way to self-protect for the time being, because you can't really change things. Maybe it's because of the quarantine situation, whatever it is, if you guys live together, whatever it is. Then we have the Knight of Swords here. So again, whenever we have swords, it's always about truth. So this is a Taurus and Gemini energy. So it's about the truth of a situation coming out. Taurus being ruled by Venus, there's some sort of truth coming out about this relationship in a way that you're going to be able to move forward, though, from it. But I feel like I need more cards here before I even pull. You know what? Let me pull a line of Island Time Wellness. Because I feel like the cycle is done. You're very confused. You guys are having the conflict. How are things going to be different? But yet you're feeling this need to protect yourself. But somebody's offering, saying things are going to be different moving forward. Things are going to be different. Things are going to be different. But I don't feel like you're trusting it. You're not really trusting them. I don't know. Excuse me. And then we have seduction here, okay? Attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. Talking, interested, conversing more, awaited messages arrive, text, call, email, hovering. Sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. And then we have the Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transform, growth, changed mind. Okay. So this seduction and the talking, maybe they were dealing with another energy here, or at least you were feeling that they were, or it has something to do with somebody from their past somehow being an issue, something happening here where it was being an issue. But there was gaslighting here where they didn't want to, you're dealing with an energy who is like, oh, you're crazy, you're out of your mind, I don't want to be with that person, or there's nothing going on between us, that kind of thing is what I'm getting. Or this could be somebody lying maybe about finances, but there being some sort of dishonesty here, I definitely get. Now, and then we have the Phoenix, which is great. We have a new phase, a rekindling, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. I don't know if it's with this energy, though. Let's see. Eight of Swords, being in a space of self-conflicts, being really confused. The Hangwoman is a Neptune energy, right? Neptune energy. The Eight of Swords is an interesting energy because it's Jupiter and Gemini. So that conversation that you feel trapped in your mind about, you just want to be happy. You want to be living in your integrity, right? That's what this is about. You're trying to figure out how to exactly make that happen in a way to move forward. Hangwoman is all about, it's a Neptune energy. It's pressing the pause button. So, you know what, Libra, I feel like you guys aren't really doing anything right now, right? In this relationship, it's like the pause button is stopped. Stuff has gone on. Then we have the King of Cups energy. So this is a Libra and Scorpio energy. Scorpio being ruled by Pluto is about transformation. And you guys being ruled by Venus is about transformation in a relationship, or having a relationship that's going to be transforming you. And then we have a brand new start. Ace of Wands. All right, Ace of Wands is a great energy because it's about Ace is brand spanking new. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of fire. Give me some more information about this energy, please. Something is not feeling right to me about this. And I need to, we might be getting two different narratives here. Let me see. Let me pull one more. Yeah, I kind of figured that. I feel like some of you are going to be getting back with somebody. Or at least returning to something that once was. Well, let me not get ahead of myself. We have the Eight of Coins energy, and the Eight of Coins is the Sun of Virgo, right? So Sun is about, ideas hitting you, things are being illuminated right now that are going to show you the way forward so that you could get into a space where you feel emotionally, mentally, and physically connected, where you feel better about yourself in something, where you feel like you're going to have the ability to grow in a situation. We have the Nine of Wands energy here, and the Nine of Wands is a moon in Sagittarius, so this is you very much getting in touch with feeling this desire to move forward with integrity and value, right? Sagittarius rules our belief system. It rules religion. It rules what's right. It's what feels good, right? What the right thing is, and feeling a very strong passion to do that. And then I see you guys moving away, though, from whatever toxicity you're in right now. This is Six of Swords. It's moving away from whatever it is that is toxic in your life. Even if it's only mentally right now, I don't feel like you're going to be able to move away. You might not be able to move away right now, but then we have the Six of Cups energy, and the Six of Cups is the Sun in Scorpio. This is a reuniting card, Sun in Scorpio, but it's whatever you're going back to or reconnecting with is going to be transformed in a very different way, and it's a lot more positive. Now, for some of you, you may be in a space where you don't want to be with anybody, and that's quite okay. It's about going back to your past. So this could be going back to, you might be visiting where you lived once upon a time, reconnecting with old friends, reconnecting with family members that you haven't been around in a long time, and just really kind of focusing on really getting in touch with reconnecting to people from your past in this energy. So the way this can look like in real time here is you at least mentally leaving a situation and reaching out to people that you knew once upon a time is what I'm getting here. Okay, I'm going to just see. Is this a new energy coming in for Libra? Yes or no? Yes or no? Is this a new energy? Yes or no? Temperance, yeah. This could be a Sagittarius, so they have Sagittarius in their chart. But Temperance, right? It's about fair. Reciprocity. Feeling loved and proud. Yeah. What else energy we need here? Camera. So we have Camera reminiscing. That's very much a Six of Cups energy, right? Perception, learning from the past, making new memories. Then we have addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. So addiction could certainly be a play here with the person that you're dealing with. Then we have coffee cup, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. So this is really about tapping into some sort of past friends, some sort of past connections with people in your family. We have hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive. So, this is about, I always say, if all you have in your toolbox is a hammer, you're going to treat everything like a nail. So Libra, I feel like you're in a space where you're realizing that if you stay in this relationship the way it is, nothing is ever going to be different. And time is just going to pass, and you're going to be left in this situation where you're not really sure how to actually change it, because it's going to be a lot of time would have passed. So this idea of addiction needs to be addressed for sure, but I feel like there's going to be some sort of offering from somebody else, a really beautiful energy. There's definitely a moving away from whatever that Ten of Swords energy is, because you really should not have to feel like you have to wear that mask, that you have to play somebody at their own game, that you have to protect yourself. You really shouldn't have to feel that way, right? So it's this idea of, what's interesting though, Libra? I feel like you're not open to meeting anybody new, but I feel like the energies are just going to bring somebody in anyway. It's up to you to engage though. But I feel like if those of you who are doing a lot of like online communicating, there's some sort of connection being made here. Yeah. Okay, my friends, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful in some way, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye-bye.